Patriots of Era, I seem to have opened a huge can of worms in the shadow banking system in this country. Another Irish mother has come forward as a whistleblower following yesterday's damning revelations about Irish life. Today, the focus shifts, folks, on to CSL Financial Services and its director, Noel O'Donnell, a wealth management firm based in Limerick, and Standard Life International DAC, and what appears to be a shadow banking system that enabled the concealment and transfer of over €230,000 in pension assets from a woman and her children during her divorce proceedings. The whistleblower, a mother from Kerry, also discovered after her divorce that had been finalised that this had happened, when it was already too late to stop the damage. She had written directly to her ex-husband's financial advisor, Noel O'Donnell of CSL Financials, warning him in writing about divorce proceedings that were ongoing and requesting full disclosures. In fact, she even telephone called him and told him also on the phone, and she's that evidence to prove for the proceedings that will follow. Instead of complying, he transferred the pensions worth over 230,000 away from Standard Life behind her and her children's back, allowing her ex-husband to cash out on an extra €80,000 tax-free lump sum that she, as the ex-wife, was entitled to half of this, of €40,000. If Noel O'Donnell has operated a shadow banking system with this Kerry mother, the question now needs to be asked: how many more women and families has this happened to? How many more Irish mothers have been robbed of their legal share of assets while judges turned a blind eye? These so-called independent financial advisors are receiving approximately €3,400 in commission for pensions provided like Irish Life and Standard Life for just setting up a pension policy. And on top of that, folks, they enjoy a management fee, earning ongoing income from assets they control, even when those assets should legally belong to a spouse and children during a separation or a divorce. But folks, it begs the question: are Irish people fools to trust these pension providers with their hard-earned money? What this whistleblower story shows is what happens when the courts, the circuit and the High Court look away, while the real theft is happening in plain sight. This, folks, is asset stripping during family law proceedings, and now the whistleblower has blown up the cover-up. The judges who looked the other way will be part now of the cover-up under the criminal investigations. This mother returned to Judge Sinead Behan, the same judge who granted the divorce and awarded her 50% of the pensions. But when she asked for enforcement, she was dismissed by Judge Sinead Behan and told to bring this matter to the High Court. In the High Court, despite clear evidence of concealment and manipulation of the pension assets, nothing was done. The silence was deafening. The court failed this mother and chose to turn a blind eye. The institutions failed her. The system failed her children. This Kerry whistleblower mother will now be taking legal action against Noel O'Donnell for facilitating the transfer and concealment of marital pension assets, and also to Standard Life International DAC for enabling and hiding the pension movements during active proceedings. She has also reported the matter to An Garda Síochána, who have initiated a triage investigation into the potential criminal offences involved. Standard Life Board will now have to answer, and the Board of Directors of Standard Life, including the CEO, Nigel Dunn, must now be held fully accountable. They presided over a system that allowed a man to hide assets from his wife during judicial separation and divorce. They failed to intervene. They failed to report. They failed to protect the rights of a legal beneficiary under Irish law. These directors, along with senior decision makers and legal counsel, will now have to answer publicly, legally and morally for what happened under their leadership. There will be no hiding behind corporate suits or PR teams. To Standard Life and Noel O'Donnell, you thought you could help a man strip his wife and children of their future without consequences. You thought you could hide behind paper trails and corporate silence. You thought nobody would speak up. But as I said before, and I'll say it again, you don't fuck with a Kerry mother. This, folks, is not an isolated event. This is systemic. It's time for a full criminal, civil and regulatory investigation, not into just this one case, but into every financial advisor, pension provider and judge who played a role in robbing Irish families blind under the cloaks of the courts. This Kerry mother is no longer alone. She, I believe, is the first of many. And remember what I said. You don't fuck with a Kerry mother and think you'll get away with it. If anyone would like to contact me and tell me any corruption that's been dealt by them, by pension providers or by the courts, please email me at info@michellekeane.ie. Gura míle maith agaibh.